I am so exhausted. Like, oh my gosh. I haven't been getting a lot of sleep. There has been a lot of stuff going on. And sometimes I feel like this is like the hardest part of my life, which I don't think it is, but I don't know what it is. I'm just going through like a transition, like a transitional stage. Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's like once I hit my 30s, it's like, wow, like my life, everything just clicked, right? Like everything just clicked. Everything just started to make sense. Fighting what I want in life, fighting what I don't want in life, finding what I want to put up with, fighting what I don't want, what I'm not going to put up with. I'm really finding my foundation in who I am as a person, and I'm starting to love it, right? But it's just so hard because it's like each day I wake up on this earth, I realize like, damn, like I've been doing a lot of things for people, and I notice I always put people before myself all the time. I love people more than I love myself. And so I notice, I'm like, wow, like every time I make a decision, I'm making a decision off of what somebody else thinks, what I think somebody else wants me to do. I make my decisions off of that, right? And I notice, I'm like, wait, hold up. I'm making decisions off of what somebody else thinks. I'm not making the decision based off of how I feel and what I think is best. I find myself stressed out because I have been doing things that I at this point in my life, I really don't want to do. I don't. And I'm able to make that decision and look and say, hey, look, I'm not doing this. You know, I don't want to partake in this. I don't want to do this. And it's like, now I've always had a voice, but now I'm really, when it comes to decisions and when it comes to people asking me to do things or me trying to make other people happy, I don't have I noticed that I didn't really have a backbone when it comes to that. And now I'm just like, I've been thinking for this past week, I'm like, look, like you're very vocal, you know, you voice your opinion, but when it comes to people, you allow them to take over and you don't speak up because you want to do what's best for somebody else. And I'm not gonna do that no more. I don't want to sacrifice. I really don't. So I noticed that once I start taking action and doing what is best for me, I noticed that I'm happier. Like I'm happier, and I noticed that I have less sleepless nights, and I noticed that I wake up with a clear head, and I wake up just feeling so much better because it's like, look, I'm living my life for me, not for other people, you know. And I noticed, like, even this past week, like I've been arguing with people, you know, when it comes to like the job, my jobs that I have. I've been going back and forth with people because people get so upset because if I don't do what they're doing, then it makes them do their job. No, do your effing job, okay? Do your job. I'm not gonna do your job for you. Any other time I do, I'm not doing this. I'm not sacrificing my happiness. I'm not sacrificing my sleep. I'm not sacrificing my happiness for you. I'm not doing that. So I noticed that, dang, I'm like, damn, I'm just really doing a lot of shit that I just don't want to do right now in my life. And it's so crazy because like growing up, you know, growing up in the 90s, it was a little bit different because your thinking was a little bit, it was like you follow this path and you follow this path only. I'm hoping that y'all following me, but it was like that. And for the longest time, it sounds silly, I didn't really know that I can take control of my life until I start watching YouTube, watching other women, inspirational women talk, inspirational men talk. I didn't really know that I can take control of my life and I can do what I want to do. I didn't really know that. And I know that sounds like crazy. Some people are probably baffled that I said that, but I'm so serious. I didn't really know that. I didn't really know that I'm able to say no. I didn't really know that I'm able to do what I want to do. I didn't really know that. So now that I know that, and now that I've been doing that, you know, my life has been changing and my life has been amazing, and I've been feeling amazing. So it's like I gotta put myself first. And I noticed that ever since I was younger, I put everybody else before me. And I'm like, why the hell am I like not happy? Because I'm not living my life for me. So once I started putting myself first, I'm like, wow. And it's so hard because I love people. I love kids. I love animals. And some of them. I love people, and I always put people before myself, but to where I'm sick, to where I'm stressed out, to where I'm not getting sleep, to where I'm sacrificing my life, me living for other people. It may sound selfish, let it sound selfish. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that this chapter of my life. I feel like my whole life I've just been doing what others want me to do and doing what I think others want me to do. And I'm not doing it. So once I started applying this and putting myself first, that's when I really found real true happiness. Real true happiness. And when I make a decision, my grandmother told me, she's like, when you make a decision, you start second guessing. Yeah. Because you hear everybody else around you telling you that you should not do that. So that kind of sways me to go back on my decision. But my grandmother's like, no, you need to make a decision and you need to stick with that decision. And you need to trust your decision and do what's best for you, because you don't be thinking about yourself. And I don't. And then people try to shame me for my decisions or what I want to do. Like, I was talking to this woman yesterday. I'm not going to disclose who, what. But I told her a decision that I made, right? And she was like talking over me and like basically telling me that it wasn't a good bitch. Okay, excuse my language. I'm not gonna bro. Don't allow people to make you feel bad for a decision that you made. You don't allow people to do that. Stick with what you want to do. Stick with what's best for you. I'm telling you. And I know everybody's like, why is she doing this video? Because this video is important to me. And I feel like other people need to hear it. Because there has to be somebody out there that struggled with the same thing that I struggle with, right? And this is just saying no and putting yourself first, man. And I'm like, wow, even in my marriage, I noticed that too. Like, I look at my husband, it's like, I love my husband. It's like, okay. And it's like, no. Fuck no. I ain't doing it. Okay? I ain't doing it. No. I matter. What I say matters. My health matters. My well-being matters. You matter. Once I did this, man, my life just totally changed. And yeah, this is something big for me to do, but this is what I'm doing, and this is what it is.